Hey y'all, we're going to talk about different types of marching bands, just for a little bit. And our first style of marching band we're going to talk about is a corps style marching band. A corps style marching band is very strict. They usually don't play popular songs. They make different shapes on the field. They also march 8 to 5 steps, which means they have 8 steps for every 5 yards, which means they have small steps. And whenever they go into shapes, it differs for each person. Here's our example. See, they do moderate dancing here, but it's really for effect, how it looks in the stadium when you look down upon them. They do have dancers, but it's a lot of interpretive dancing. They also have flags and rifles and sabers, which are like swords. They have a percussion. Now you can see the color guard with the flags. And see down here at the very bottom, that is the drum major. There's one on each side too. Right here. And see, they turned away from the middle of the screen for effect. They made everything quiet, and then when they centered, everything got really loud. So that is a corps style band. Next is a military style band. Military style bands always march 6 to 5. That means 6 steps for every 5 yards. That's pretty big steps. An 8 to 5 step is pretty natural, but 6 to 5, you're extending real far whenever you're walking. A military band, their drum majors are dressed, I don't know if y'all have ever seen like the Nutcracker. They look like little Nutcracker like people. I don't know. That's what I think. They have like the straps in the back. You can see them right here. You see them right here? Alright, anyways. They will sometimes turn completely away from the audience, and it makes it hard for you to hear them. But the essence of a military band is to lead a military someplace, but it's not, you know, these people are not military. This is a high school band. This is just the type of band that they are. But a true military band would lead forces to, you know, wherever they're going to go fight or whatever. But, you know, we don't do that anymore. So, they still have the type of band around. So, here it is. See, here's another drum major right here and right here. Drum majors are just conductors, but for marching bands. They're students. They used to play in the band just like all the other people. See, and unlike a lot of other bands, drum majors in military bands, they march with their band. You know, because if they were actually going somewhere, they'd have to. These bands are great in parades. You see the drum majors here, they have what is called a mace. And a mace is like a super big baton which they use to lead the band. Sometimes they're decorated, have chains or cords on them. Yeah, so you see how they immediately just turn away from the audience? Yeah. Like they're about to leave. Then they reached the end of the field and had to turn around. Yeah. So, there's that. Then there's what is called a show band. A show band sometimes dresses in the same fashion as the military band. However, instead of playing marches, they play entertainment music, like popular music sometimes. And the drum majors perform as well. They don't march a lot of the time. They will stand off to the side, but they do put on a show in the beginning.
New Orleans, Louisiana, are you ready for the preeminence, the greatest of all times, the Southern University Marching Band from Jaguar Land? The Southern University Marching Band is led by drum major.
Yeah, y'all don't need to see that. I'm just gonna put a mask on you for a second. But that's crazy, right? So you see they look very similar to the military band, but they get to dance. And they make forms on the field like a corps band.
Series of high-step precision drills under the sounds of In the Stone.
If you see, they high step. That's a style of marching too. Their legs, their foot comes all the way up to their knee. It's called high step marching. Military bands and corps bands do not do that. They look like they're having so much fun. Isn't that cool? They spelled his name out on the field. Alright, so why do I say all these things? Eventually, you'll leave elementary school and you'll be in middle school, and you'll have to pick an instrument or choir or art or some fine art thing to do, right? And whenever you do that, I'd like you to know what's out there in the world. So, in Channel View High School, they have what is called a corps band. The corps band was the first one that we watched. They're pretty strict. Their uniforms look kind of similar to this. They are blue. But if you do decide to go into band and pick an instrument, when you get into high school, in the fall, you get to be in marching band. And then in the springtime, you're in what is called concert band, which is what you're in all of middle school. But this is just one thing that a lot of people don't know about. This is the marching band. And a lot of people have questions. So I thought I'd share it with you today. Yay!